Yo, YouTube, it's Crackalagan Thunder, aka and today we are here with another Let's Talk episode, and today it's gonna be a special Let's Talk episode. We're gonna be talking about the best free agents, not like the best, but the free agents are gonna have the most impact on their team. And I'm pretty excited for this one because you can see the first player is the Suns player, and I'm not doing this biased. I think he's gonna have a really big impact. We'll get to him right now, but basically, this isn't like that kind of impact to where it's the most talent. It's to where the team struggles, like not just like physical struggles, but emotional, mental struggles. So you're gonna see some real surprising names, I guess. But I'm gonna explain why. So I'm not just gonna leave you shorthand, like just list them. First, you see Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler basically gives the Suns the veteran leadership and the big man presence in the paint. He's a really good he's a really good post player. And hold up. Alright, so he's a really good post player. And the Suns have lacked that for a couple years now. They had Alex Len, they had Brandon Wright. Brandon Wright was a good pickup, I guess. They had Markieff. Markieff is really the best post player. I don't think he can really do much in the post. Um, so we've been lacking this for a while. So I think Tyson Chandler can give us that. But not only that, but last year, what we needed most was veteran leadership. With veteran leadership, we could have been in the playoffs. I think we just had no one to lead our team when it was tough times. But Tyson Chandler, he's won a championship. He has championship experience, so he knows what he's doing. It's not like it's like old experience, like old dude experience. He's only 32 also. With the Suns training staff, I don't think he's gonna get injured much. I think he's gonna have a good 5 years of career with the Suns. He's gonna really impact us in the paint and with emotionally and mentally and the leadership thing because we don't have a leader. Danny Granger is the closest thing and he's gone. So he pick up for the Suns, and it's not like he's bad. He's still good. He's still a really good player. So I'm excited for that one. Number 4, you probably would think he'll be a little higher, but LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge, he he to my opinion, he's just the backup plan for Tim Duncan. You can't have the greatest power forward of all time, and when you leave, you have some no name. You need a good, solid power forward. And LaMarcus Aldridge he can live up to be one of the greatest power forwards of all time. The crazy part. Imagine one retires, one greatest power forward, and the next one is up about to make some numbers, about to win you some championships. I think he's gonna really help the Spurs when Tim Duncan retires because they're gonna miss that really good shot, a really good post defender, post player, post mover. They're gonna miss that rebounder. So now they are not with LaMarcus Aldridge. He can do all that, but he's younger, so he's gonna be there longer. So he's also a star, and he makes some contenders right when he signs that paper. Right when LaMarcus Aldridge signs that paper, they are automatically final contenders. They might even be the favorites. So that's a good plus. And it's not like he doesn't have talent around him. He has Kawhi. He has Tony Parker. Tony Parker is 33. Still, he's not like he's 39, so he's still gonna be there for a couple more years. And Madden was probably retiring his last year. Tim Duncan. So they have one really good shot this year. Next year they'll be that third team. They're definitely not going anywhere out of the top 3. So you got Danny Green. You got a lot of good players that you could build around him. And LaMarcus Aldridge is really easy to build around. He doesn't want the ball in his hands 90% of the time. He'll let you build around him. He's used to it. He had Damian Lillard. LaMarcus Aldridge wasn't even the man when Damian Lillard was there. Damian Lillard was the man in Portland. So LaMarcus Aldridge, you can build around him, and right now he's a Spurs star. Tim Duncan's about to retire. He's the cornerstone of the franchise. Not Kawhi, it's LaMarcus. So when you could build around your cornerstone, and he doesn't hog the ball like Kobe, you're gonna be really successful. All right. So let's go on to the next player. We got us Paul Pierce. Surprise for you guys. But Paul Pierce, it's not his talent that is getting him on this list. It's his leadership. It's great leadership too. He's probably the guy. If you need leadership, you pick him up. He's the biggest. He was the biggest signing for them in free agency. My best selection is normally Tyler, but still. He gives the Clippers what they lacked last year. I mean, they did have Chris Paul. He was their leader. But Chris Paul never made it to the finals. Paul Pierce led on. He didn't make it to the finals. He was like the star on that team. He wasn't the star. He shared it with all of them, but he wasn't just a role player that like did it. He wasn't like just a part of it. He was like the star. Like what the difference between him and Tyson Chandler is Tyson Chandler was another piece to Dirk Nowitzki. Paul Pierce, KG, Ray Allen, they're like all together. If they didn't have one of them, they probably wouldn't have won. So we have them. They did really good. All of them are great leaders wherever they are, and I think the Clippers they definitely lack leadership. You know, all this arguing in the locker room, and even though you have a really great coach in Doc Rivers, which is Paul Pierce can finally be reunited with Doc Rivers and be pretty excited for that. Doc Rivers is not in the locker room. He doesn't know what's going on in the locker room. He can't handle that. He can't do anything about that. Paul Pierce needs to get in the locker room and be like, hey, like, man up. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul can't do that. Chris Paul might be like one of the best point guards in the league, but he doesn't have any leadership. He's just like Eric Bledsoe. That's why the Suns need leadership, Clippers need leadership. I think with leadership, if they had Paul Pierce last year, the Clippers probably would have kept DeAndre Jordan and probably would have went to the finals. Probably wouldn't have won it. They probably would have went. I think the Cavs could be anyone else in the West besides the Warriors. That's just my opinion. So that's not like leadership. I don't think like this is only about leadership because Paul Pierce can still put up some numbers. Paul Pierce still can. You see what he did this last year with the Wizards. Paul Pierce can put up some threes when you really need it. Paul Pierce, he still has that shot. He's getting up there in age, but he's still there to put up some numbers. It's not like he's gonna be a reserve just for veteran leadership. Paul Pierce is there to put up some numbers too, to shoot some threes, to be a really good role player on that team. Let me see what else. Alright. That's about it for Paul Pierce, I guess. Next, DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan was probably the biggest free agent sign. Now, I don't want to ruin anything, but I'll explain what I mean by that thing. So, these are basically like the transactions they made. The next one wasn't necessarily just a free agent sign straight up. So, anyways, what DeAndre Jordan gives to the Mavs is that strong presence in the post, unlike Dirk. Dirk is a big man, but he doesn't give that strong presence in the post. He can go in the post, tough it up, get some rebounds, get some dunks. Dirk can't do that. Dirk's a three-point shooter. He's a Euro big man. DeAndre Jordan is the opposite. DeAndre Jordan gets some boards, 15 boards. And it's not like the old days and age. There's not one tall 7'2" in there, and like the next center's like 6'4" on the other team. This is the NBA. Every center on every team is at least 6'10". They're all the same height. So 15 rebounds is pretty impressive. And not only that, it's not like he's averaging like 5 points. He's averaging 10 solid points. And he can evolve on his offensive game, definitely. I feel like he can be put up 16. They need to feed him to the post because DeAndre Jordan could be better than what he was on the Clippers. My picture keeps turning, but still. They finally have that big backup, like that when you're like not doing great with your guards are shooting well, just take it to the post, give it to DeAndre. Tyson Chandler was like that, but they no longer have him, so this gives them the opportunity to a new Tyson Chandler, but better and younger. It gives the Mavs, and it gives the Mavs a really good cornerstone to build around for the future when, Dirk's gone. If they re-sign him, because Dirk is getting up there in age, DeAndre's really young, so this is also building for the future as you're building for the present right now. That's all I got to say about DeAndre. He's a really good pickup, as long as Wes Matthews too. So, Mavs are gonna be a decent team this year. And the number one transaction in free agency, the number one pickup, I think is Roy Hibbert. You guys might be like, what? Roy Hibbert? He ain't gonna do nothing, but you don't get it. What the Lakers are lacking is that piece to build around. You can't build around Kobe anymore. Kobe's there for one more year. Kobe hasn't done anything for the past 3 years. You can't build around Nick Young. You can't even build around D'Angelo Russell. He's done in the NBA. He's a rookie. Still a bum. He's not like Mary Spice, David West, mediocre. Roy Hibbert can be great. The only reason injuries have held him back, but they can work on that. Roy Hibbert could be the star center. You saw what he did that 1 year with the Pacers. He can be just like that. It was only 2 years ago. I feel like the Lakers can finally build around this player and stop worrying about who's their main player. Who can they fall back to? You can fall back to him for leadership too. Roy Hibbert is not no young rookie like the Lakers roster's filled with. He gives Julius Randle a backup plan. Like, not like a backup plan, but like he backs up Julius Randle in the paint. When Julius Randle can't do something, there you go, Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert takes the dirty work. I feel like he could mentor Julius Randle really good to be what Julius Randle was supposed to be. Oh my god, what am I doing? Let me see, what else did he do? I feel like he can still evolve into a really good player. Like on the Lakers, I know like the past signing they had Dwight Howard didn't work out so well, but I feel like this could be different. I feel like Kobe's gonna hold him back for this year, but next year, when they have 20 million free cap space, you can build around Roy Hibbert. Now you can finally have a cornerstone to where you just build around. You have that main piece that you just can build around now. He's gonna give him a big upgrade in the paint and post and as a big man spot, because who they have? Jordan Hill. Jordan Hill is overrated. I mean, when you're on a team with a bunch of no names, someone's gonna have to get the rebounds. Somebody's not just gonna fall in bounds and be your ball. Someone's gonna touch the ball. So obviously, someone's stats in that team's gonna look like an all-star stats, but if they're on a different team, they wouldn't be doing it because there's better players. So I feel like Roy Hibbert is gonna do that dirty work in the paint. It's gonna give Lakers fans something to look forward to. They also had a great transaction. Lou Williams, a good 6-man behind D'Angelo Russell. So, more Roy Hibbert. Right now, when you think about the Lakers, you think about Kobe. I feel like Roy Hibbert is going to be like, for the next 2 years, when you think about the Lakers, you think about Roy Hibbert. I mean, I might be overhyping him, but I honestly think the Lakers, they'll make a good signing next year. But Roy Hibbert's going to have a solid year this year to where he's going to be remembered as a Laker in the near future. I feel like Roy Hibbert's going to do really good in his career. I'm excited for him. I like Roy Hibbert as a Pacer, but fortunately he had to leave. I really enjoyed him. I really enjoyed that team. Paul George, Lance Stevenson. I liked all those players. But this has opened a new pathway for Roy Hibbert. He finally can lead a team. He's the number one player on this team right now. It's not no D'Angelo Russell. It's not Kobe anymore. It is not Julius Randle. It's not Williams. It is Roy Hibbert. Nick Young needs to get traded or something. They need to base the next year or two on Roy Hibbert signing around him. You don't need to sign any more big men. This is enough for the next couple years. Unless he doesn't fall to his expectations, unless he doesn't meet up, and he does really bad, doesn't even average 10 points. I feel like he can average 10 rebounds, but if he has like not even like a double-digit stat, then maybe you can get rid of him, clear some cap space, then get a bunch of rookies, rebuild, let your team grow. But right now, I feel like the Lakers have that big piece in the puzzle right now. They just need to build around it. They need to connect. So that's how I feel about Roy Hibbert. Those are the top 5. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Young Thunder here. Peace.